What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome to the bilingual stock market channel again. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about, I don't know how to define today's trading session. So let's talk about the markets with my friend Mario. What's up, bro? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Alva. Thanks for having me.
So, what do you think about today's price action? It was a weird day, another red day.
Shopping.
It was not a green day, sorry, red day across the board because we had the Russell 2000 going up.
Mm-hmm.
Some small caps did decent, nothing crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
they did go up.
Mm-hmm.
And tech keeps on getting crushed, man. The Amazons, the Googles, the Apples of the world, and I mean, needless to say, consumer staples. So
Yep.
today, consumer staples, the sector went down 1.78%.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Walmart and Target yesterday had their worst day since 1987. So we are seeing,
Yep.
historical stuff as of now. So what are your thoughts about what is going on in the
Uh,
markets right now?
Today we had a choppy session, isn't it? We bounced off from the same lows what we got like few days back in the ES, but we never came back to retest it at all. We just tested it once and then we just took off. I do believe that we have more downside to come in the upcoming days because fundamentally nothing has changed, right? So fundamentals always catch up. I don't see any upside until we get any optimism from either inflation front or any optimism from either growth front or any optimism from the supply chain front. Until any of these one of these three things happened, I would just say short any of the bounces. So there is more downside to come.
Talking about optimism, we have the Fed minutes on Tuesday.
On Tuesday again.
Oh yeah, talking
Oh,
about optimism. We have the Fed
yeah.
minutes next week. Today
Mm-hmm.
we had the president of the Federal Reserve of Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say much.
Mm-hmm.
She's a woman, and she just said that they are going to defeat inflation. That no doubt about it. That inflation is going.
Mm-hmm.
No, she didn't say that inflation is going to be transitory. She said that we
Mm-hmm.
are going to defeat inflation.
Mm-hmm.
By any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And but now the big question is, you saw what happened overnight. I was on Discord with Ru.
Mm-hmm.
The futures of the S&P 500 almost hit 3850, which
Yep.
is a very important number. We are talking about a 20% correction in the S&P 500,
Mm-hmm.
and that implies if that level happens to be taken out, that implies that the S&P is going to be entering into a technical bear market.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason,
Technical bear market comes in exactly at around 38, 33 exactly. So that's where the technical bear market comes in. But
well,
the
we are talking about we're talking about a bear market territory because
yeah,
the
yeah,
S&P
yeah.
the S&P is going to be 20% of the highs, right?
Yep.
So it didn't happen last week. We were like 12 points away.
Mm-hmm.
The SPX, the cash index, it didn't
Mm-hmm.
happen overnight either. So for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, bro, that very important spot hasn't been taken out. And I think that the Bears have had, I mean, they have had the opportunity to take
Mm-hmm.
it out, but they haven't done it. So, that deserves a funny how it works. What do you think is
Well,
going on over there?
you can put it the other way around as well, right? Like Bulls had every opportunity to go about, but they decided not to do it. So now, well, you can play it both ways, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But do you think,
So
do you think that we are taking out? Because I was taking a look at this, Mario. So here I have the S&P 500. If we happen to take out 3850, so
mm-hmm.
if the S&P happens to enter into a bear market, the
Mm-hmm.
next support that I am going to be looking at is going to be 3700. 3700 is a previous support back from February of
Mm-hmm.
last year. So that
Mm-hmm.
might be the next destination for the bulls
Yeah,
if that
which will
support happens to be taken out.
which will put us somewhere around 369 and SPY, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
This would imply a 24% correction. And I have a fun
Yep.
fact for you.
Mm-hmm.
The average
Mm-hmm.
pullback of the S&P 500 in a recession is 24%. That's the
Interesting.
average pullback of the S&P 500 during
Mm-hmm.
a recession, 24%. So maybe the markets are thinking about that. And we have seen crazy stuff over here, Mario. So yesterday we saw the greatest loss for the indices since June of 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually visit 3,700 in one go, bro. If Obviously, 3850 happens to be taken out maybe tomorrow or maybe on Monday. And on top of that, tomorrow we have options expiration, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to
Exactly.
see a bunch of volatility.
Yep.
And you were telling me that for the most part, we have red days on options expiration, monthly
Yeah,
options expiration.
it's an interesting observation which I've been making for the past few, I mean, the past one to 1.5 years. So if you go and take a look at 19th of every single month, right, the 19th to 23rd time frame on SPY or SPX or whatever it is, every 19th we went lower. Every 19th. So like 19th of May, June, July, August, September, October, like since then to right now.
Third Friday of every month for the most part.
Yep. Okay. Every time we went lower. There is like no exceptions at all, other than the last one. So that's something interesting to keep an eye on. So 19th to 23rd, like whenever the options expiry happens, so they always flush the markets lower. So let's see how tomorrow goes. Like if another gap down and like gap up day, or like we gotta keep an eye on it. We gotta see.
Okay, can you please pull up the SPY? What are you thinking about? Please.
See.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look.
All right, let me share the screen here.
Sure. Let's go ahead and take a look. What are you thinking about? Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY and triple Q.
So this is SPY.
So I am thinking about 3,700 here, Mario.
3,700.
Yeah, that. I think that is going to be the next destination if 3,850 happens to be taken out. So
most likely. Most likely.
Say that we go up because these markets have been very tricky. So to the upside, today we fell at 39.40, I think.
Yeah, 394. Yep.
Correct. So if the futures gap up tomorrow, what would you be thinking about here?
I mean, if they open about 394 tomorrow, I would just say not to expect any more downside, at least for tomorrow's session, because about 394 pushes us all the way to like 397 to the upside. Okay. So, but anything below like 398, any open below the lows of today, which is at around like 388.38, or any lows below it, open store all the way for us to run a test to 385 to the downside.
Correct.
38, yeah, which will be very important levels, 385.
Yeah, 38.50, yeah, absolutely.
But the thing is, like, it's not as important as the first time we tested it. So if we come back to run a test, and if we had a trend day like this, which never respected any of the supports to the downside, we might go all the way back down to like 376.53, or like worst case 369. Who knows? Like, we had a nasty rejection over here at 408, and we are like consolidating in a bearish flaggish pattern in a downtrend. So
by the way, that's a bear flag, right?
Yep. It's a bear flag with a heavy volume as well. So if you look at the hourly chart, you can clearly see it. So we gotta wait and watch. Like, is it a bear flag consolidation before the break of 385 to the downside, or, which is my theory, by the way? I'm still sticking to it because I'm expecting for new lows to come. But the question is, will it be coming tomorrow, or will it be coming in the next week? So
next week. Maybe after the Fed minutes could be. So tomorrow's opening is very important. It's critical, Mario. Bulls need to open above 39.40. 394.
Yep, 39.40 is very important.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Nasdaq 100, please, my bro.
QQQ.
What do you think about triple Q?
Oh, QQQ close below 300. Nice. So same thing with QQQ, right? I had this theory in the back of my head. It's like, is S&P 500 going to follow NASDAQ to the bear market and go down like same 30% like NASDAQ did? Or is NASDAQ going to pull up, leading the S&P 500 back above? But looking at the price action right now, it looks like S&P 500 is going to follow the lead of NASDAQ. So I'm just watching for NASDAQ to come back down to run a test to 286 again, which was the lows, or worst case scenario, 285. If 285 happen not to hold, we have a gap to fill all the way down to like 276 over here. And we got to see if that'll happen by tomorrow. That's something to keep an eye on. Same, we are consolidating in a bearish flaggish pattern. And for QQQ, if we go below the lows of today, which was at $287, keep an eye out for 285. If 285 happens to be violated, we can come back down to run a test to like 281 or all the way to 277.
So, and as we just said in the case of the S&P, the opening in the Nasdaq 100 is going to be very important tomorrow, no doubt about it.
Yep.
And when it comes to our favorite market leading indicator, I think that it was able to pull off a green day today, right?
We had a flat day.
0.16%, man. I mean, this is terrible. Terrible. I mean, from a technical standpoint, it had a green day. So what can we say, right?
Yep.
Do you think that the Russell is still in a downtrend?
Oh,
but remember, this was the first index that started to go down back in November of last year. So this should be the index that leads the way up whenever it happens. I know you're gonna tell me what way up. we're going, straight down to zero. But I think that we're gonna reverse this better market eventually.
$100. No green days till September.
Yeah. Okay.
So for now,
what do you think
right?
About the Russell?
It's the same thing, man. We did close green today, but I don't see any good thing about IWM over here. It did have a gap. It do have a gap to fill at 174, by the way. Yeah. So can happen
that
tomorrow.
That might be another bird flag, right? Oh yeah, it could be a bird flag as well.
It is actually.
Oh yeah.
We broke down below it and we got rejected at the 5 EMA. And if we do open below 177 or 178 tomorrow, we can come all the way down to fill this gap at 174, or even I'll come all the way down to run a test to 169. We got to wait and watch.
There you go. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some earnings, Mario, please. Applied Materials.
Amat.
I think that they dropped the ball. Let me pull up here the...
Yeah, they're pulling up.
So something's changed. Maybe commercial guidance. Let me pull up my Thinkorswim.
Right, so I'm gonna stop sharing. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Let me minimize you here. Let me see what they did. So Amat, there you go. Apply Material. Are they going up? I mean, is there any stock going up after posting earnings? I mean, they dropped. Yeah, they dropped down to $102, and now they are pulling up. But they are still below, today's close. So whatever, So EPS came in at, let me see. No, this is guidance.
So EPS is at reported was 1.85, estimate was 1.90.
Okay.
So that was a miss by 2.25% over there. And revenue was expected at 6.35 billion.
Okay.
What we got was 6.24 billion. So that was another 1.5% miss over there. So it's a flat report, like no big changes.
6.6 billion versus 6.7 billions, and and EPS came in at $1.95, right? Versus $2.04 estimate.
Are you sure it's the same? This thing of EPS for Amat.
No, my bad. I was saying guidance. Yeah. No, that's guidance. So when it comes to guidance, they are guiding EPS at for Q3 they are guiding at $1.95 versus $2.04 estimate, and sales at 6.65 billion versus $6.73 billion estimate. So they are
interesting.
They are down guiding, man. And I mean, if AMD and Qualcomm and a bunch of other stocks, Apple and Tesla killed it, Mario. And regardless of that, they have been going down. So in the case of Applied Material, where are we getting puts? Tell me.
In case of Applied Materials,
pull up the chart.
Here we
Please.
Go. All right. So in case of Applied Materials, right? So let me just remove the extended
very ugly looking chart, Mario. Ugly.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much. So in case of Applied Materials, any open below $110 is a short all the way back to, any open below 110 or even 109.44 exactly is a short all the way back down to fill this gap over here at 106.90 and or 105. So we can expect it to happen by tomorrow, provided we open below 110.
Correct.
So that's something.
Or any attempt, to break out from 110. If they fail, at breaking out, that's also a short. Okay,
Yep. So
perfect.
we also have a small support at 108.44, which was
It's a
sorry,
bit of resistance.
108.44 to like 109, which was the previous all-time highs at Jan of 2021.
Perfect.
So if we do break these levels and fall below 108, it's a good shot to all the way to like 105, or worst case scenario, we can come all the way back down to $95.
Perfect. Perfect. There you go. We have a short tomorrow, a possible
Mm-hmm.
short. You never know, right?
Yep. Possible,
Obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, for the newies out there, if you
Mm-hmm.
guys are going to take if you guys want to buy puts of applied materials, watch out for SMH, the
Yep.
semiconductor ETF. If SMH
Mm-hmm.
is going up, then that's the wrong time, in order to get puts of applied materials or any other semiconductor stock, obviously, right?
Yep.
Now we have
So
on deck. Sorry, Mario, tell me.
yeah, no, regarding SMH, like keep an eye on 255 or $256. So if you happen to break below 256 tomorrow, run for the hills because SMH is going to come back down to fill the gap at 223. So that's something, sorry, not 245, what I'm, 220, 226, my bad. So keep an eye on $226. If you break below 226, it can come all the way back down to fill this gap at 223. So if SMH goes down, as Alva said, Amat is going to follow it right away.
Correct. So whenever you take trades with semiconductor stocks, you have
Mm-hmm.
to follow. You have to track SMH.
SMH.
Now
Yep.
we have Palo Alto Networks, Mario. That's PAWN. P as in Peter, A as in America, W as in Washington, N as in Nancy. And these guys killed it.
Of PANW. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There you go. I think they did
Here it
pretty well,
is.
right?
Oh,
And
they're
you have
up
the
big.
information handy, right, of the earnings?
Oh yeah, here it is.
Okay.
Okay. So
Wow.
EPS expected at 1.68. The one which we got was 1.79, 6% beat over there. Revenue expected at 1.36 billion. What we got was 1.39 billion. So it was a 2% upside over there as well. So interesting.
So they beat across the board, top and
Yep.
bottom line. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
guidance?
No,
Or
I don't have
let me
guidance.
pull up
Let me see.
guidance here
All
quickly on
right. So
Thinkorswim.
we're
Yeah,
all set. Mm-hmm.
I like the way that's trading view, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
they display the information of the earnings pretty well, man. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really
this
good,
is,
bro.
yeah, Palo Alto. Let me see. Palo, this Palo. What I told you the secret symbol. This PA, right? WN.
PANW.
ENW. So I had
Mm-hmm.
it. I had it wrong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So let me see guidance, which is so important nowadays. So they see total billings. No, I mean they see total revenue at 1.55 billion for
Mm-hmm.
Q4, so next quarter, and they see adjusted EPS at $2.29. But I don't have the competitive. Let me see. Q3 they beat full year 2022 adjusted EPS. No, I don't have any competitive here when it comes to guidance. But here it says Palo Alto Networks shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q3 EPS and sales results. The
Oh,
company also issued Q4 financial guidance.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
I got the guidance here.
do you got it?
Come.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't have the
So
competitive, so go ahead.
yeah, I got the guidance. Just a minute.
Okay.
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
The company
There you go.
said it expects the fiscal Q4 diluted non-GAAP earnings between 2.26 and 2.29 per share versus the IQ capital of 2. Yeah, they upped the guidance.
Perfect.
They
Yeah,
upped the
that's a
guidance.
nice beat, right? That's a nice
Mm-hmm.
beat when it comes to sales. Okay.
Yep. And they
Revenue.
are revenues, they're keeping it on the same range, 1.53 and 1.55. And the
That's a beat as
IQ
well.
analyst, yep,
Yeah,
IQ
1.53.
analyst, yep,
Awesome.
they're expecting the same from 1.53 as well. So it's they're
Perfect.
keeping the guidance in the revenue the same, but they up the guidance in the EPS. So that's a good news. And you can see the results in the share price. Like we are gapping up huge to the upside.
The markets are going to eat. The markets are going to eat alive those gains.
Yep, exactly.
Mark my words. Those
Yeah,
gains
exactly. I agree.
are going to be eaten alive. But whatever. Okay. So what if you wanted to take a trade on Palo Alto? What
Uh,
are you going to be thinking about?
It's shorts it is. Like look out, watch out for 491, I guess. Like 491 is pretty important. Or the best case scenario for it to happen is like go all the way to like 515, which I highly doubt it. But if it happens, like good for you. But that's where the 200 SMA is. But keep an eye out for $500, which is a psychological level. So if we
What
go
price is this stock trading at as of now? 481?
481. Yep. We are
Okay,
trading
so
at on near 481 right now.
yeah, but you know these markets. Say that Palo Alto pulls back tomorrow, we are very likely to see profit taken, right? As soon as the trading session opens,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
So it pulls back. What area of support are you going to be looking at in order to go long?
If we pull back, I will be looking at 474 to like 466 range.
Okay.
So that is the nice bounce which we had for the past few days. 466 is where the bottom of Feb 24th capitulation day was.
Okay.
So that's something to keep an eye on, 466. And 476 is also important. So
Okay.
476 is the closing price of Jan 24th. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. So these are the
Perfect.
two levels which I'm watching for.
There you go. John Deere posts
DE.
earnings tomorrow. Pre-market.
Uh,
This is a heavyweight company inside the industrial sector, which went down today 0.90%. Let me show the guys quickly here the sectors, Mario.
yeah,
Well,
go
while
ahead.
you
Go
pull
ahead.
up John Deere, so there you go. I
Mhm.
have the sectors here. So what happened in the case of the sectors? Today materials led the way, up 0.71%, followed by healthcare, up 0.22%, and obviously the worst performing sector today was consumer staples, which went
Yeah,
down
of course.
1.78%.
Mhm.
And the two most important sectors of the markets, Mario, went down. Financials. Jesus
Technology.
Christ, what a horrible day for the financial sector. Get this, Mario. The
Mhm.
financial sector, bro, is down year to date 15%, bro.
Wow. That's it?
50, yeah, I am taking a look at it, man. 15%
Yeah.
year to date, unbelievable. I mean,
Mhm.
the financial sector, Mario. So I'm not talking about, a firm, Appstar, the AMC Entertainment. No, I'm talking about Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, the
Oh
gangsters.
my God. Yep. Jamie Gangster.
The JP gangsters. So, and they are down year to date 15%. Come on. Okay, John Deere.
John
Please
Deere
tell me.
DA. Today we have a nice doji to the close on the daily chart. So it's indecision, but we
Correct.
don't know whether they're going to go
Yeah,
up or go
that's
down
a
tomorrow.
classic doji candle. Yeah, sure.
Mhm. So how crazy it will be if John Deere opens at 327 or 300 and below.
They should miss. And remember, Mario, as of now, the markets are thinking about a recession. The markets are pretty much discounting a recession. So the
Mhm.
markets are going to be extremely demanding with whatever John Deere reports tomorrow. No one is going to be thinking about building anything. No
Mhm.
one is going to be thinking about, buying or acquiring heavy machinery or machinery
Yep.
if we are going through a recession. So the
Mhm.
markets are going to be extremely dependent with whatever this company posts. So I'm thinking
Even in
about
the
maybe
last
maybe downside
earnings,
here, right?
yeah, even in the last earnings, even after they reported a good one, they still got smacked in the head because they were worrying about the inflation concerns. So you can see it over here. This was the last earnings they reported. You can see the huge green candle followed by the series of red days in DE. That is because of the inflation concerns and that is because of the rise in cost pressures. I think they had an issue with the unionizations as well at that time.
Yeah, they had an issue
So,
with unions. That's true.
mhm.
Yeah, correct.
So
So
everything,
we should have
yeah.
gotten puts, man. Here, this was an easy one. This stock is coming down tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And
this thing is coming down tomorrow. So if it happens to fall off a cliff, if you happen to give me the Elmo with the fire, what are we looking at?
with Elmo with the fire, like if they report terrible earnings, right? Like keep an eye out for 328 and 319. So those are the two numbers which I'm
If
watching.
we happen to get the Elmo with the fire,
Yep.
oh man,
That's the
328. There you go.
that's
And
the
mind
Elmo
you,
with the fire thing.
and this is a company that has a huge institutional participation. So the most recommendable, thing to do would be staying away from it at least for 2 or 3 trading sessions while the
Hmm.
dust settles.
Yep.
If effectively this company happens to post poor earnings, right?
Hmm.
And now, in order to wrap it up, let's go ahead and take a look at Foot Locker.
Well,
Hey, the other day I haven't been to any Foot Locker store here in Charlotte,
okay.
but I went to New York, like 2 months ago,
Hmm.
because I got together with some members of my patron, and
Okay.
dude, the lines outside the Foot Locker store that is, besides Times Square, unbelievable, Mario. I'm talking about 20, 30 people lining up in order to buy shoes. So,
Wow.
And mind you, bro, okay, we go into a recession. People are still going to be buying shoes. So, yeah. So these companies should do well if we actually go into a recession. People are going to be buying, essential stuff,
Okay.
such as shoes.
Shoes. Okay, bro. I have a question. Do you think like when we are in a recession, people will worry about what shoe they're wearing, or people will worry about what food they're eating?
Yeah, you can make the case that people are going to be, buying shoes at Walmart because they do sell shoes, right? And very cheap shoes, right? At Foot Locker, you find Nike, you find, Adidas and stuff like that, but I don't know.
No one's gonna buy any of those. Like that's the problem, right? So
this company has gotten absolutely killed, and we were taking a look at this chart before we started filming, and we have a consolidation range over there that could be tricky. It could imply that it is heading higher, which could be the case if it happens to break the upper line of that horizontal channel. But if it takes out $27, 26 something, then we can buy puts.
Yep, if you go below $26, I mean, I'm just if it is a bearish thing, right? I'm expecting something like this to happen, something like this to play out. If we come back lower and you breach this support, if we come back down and get rejected over there, that's the place where you buy puts. If you come back down and get rejected, buy puts and ride it all the way down. So this is the scenario to the downside. So keep an eye out for $26, like even 26 even. So that's what I'm watching for over here. So 26 even is important, like which is the lows 26.77. Below 26.77, we don't have any support all the way down to 25.75, or the worst case scenario, just because we've been consolidating and accumulating for a while, the movement to the downside will be crazy high as well. I won't be surprised if we see all the way down to 17. So it's something to keep an eye on.
Well, that would be a nice short, man. So,
yeah.
And be careful here, guys, because if they happen to post good earnings tomorrow, remember, you are going to see profit taken. So maybe this thing goes up to $32. We see profit taken, and maybe Foot Locker can visit the lower line of this horizontal channel, which might be a spot in which we can maybe purchase shares if they actually posted a decent report near 26 or $27, something like that, right?
Yep. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. So if you want to be like too nibble, if you look at the weekly chart, right, we have like two consolidation ranges, which is from $25.94 to the downside, and all the way up to like $32 to the upside. So if these two ranges are taken, I mean below $25.92, $26, as I said before, 26 is taken to the woodsheds, short it right away all the way back down to $17 because that's where it's going next.
There you go. Okay, perfect. Hold on over there. So Mario, tell the guys about your Patreon.
Oh, hey. All right. So go ahead and check out the link in the description. If you guys are interested, I do post updates on SPY. I do post updates on QQQ. I do give out trade ideas every day before the market open. It's all technical. You can also get access to our Discord. We have people with a lot of experience in there, including Alba. And I also have a YouTube channel. I post analysis on SPY, daily market commentary videos over there. So go ahead and check that out too. So
absolutely, very nice videos, by the way. Yeah.
Yep.
We are using your SPY, let's say, analysis every single day in on my Patreon. I posted on our Discord chat, and we discuss. I mean, like 8 minutes before the trading session opens, we are discussing, about your, the stuff that you post about the S&P 500. Very, very useful, man. About the SPY.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And so the link is down below in the description box. Go ahead. I already signed up for his Patreon. Very useful information. Hey, by the way, you are going live, right?
Oh yeah,
during market opens, correct?
Tomorrow. So there was a plan for today, but something came up. I couldn't go live today. Okay. But tomorrow morning, 9:30
until what? 10:30, 11 a.m.
11. Yep. 1.5 to 2 hours when the market opens. I'll be live. So
and you also have your call out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Call out.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go. So he's also calling out, stocks throughout the training session. So
Mhm.
go ahead and take a look. Check the link that is down below in the description box. So thank you very much, bro. See you.
No worries, man.
See you tomorrow, man. I mean,
Yep.
no, see you later on today.
See you in the
Discord
live.
chat.
See you in the live.
There you go. Or see you live tomorrow. Okay.
Yep.
Bye, guys. Take care.
All right.
You guys have a
Take
nice
care.
weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye. Peace.